Yep.
I'm not even scrolling down a whole lot, but he's asking what makes a great residential customer. And you're asking this question to me, but I'm sure Jordan has his own thoughts on this. But real quickly for us, one thing I want to make sure we're clear of is I don't know if you're talking about self-serve or pickup and delivery or whatever, but across the board, our goal with our residential customers for all of our segments is we want our ideal avatar is families who value the level of service that we provide. So people that are not as price sensitive as they are value sensitive, and that applies to self-serve. We are not the cheapest. We have no desire to be the cheapest. And if you're looking for that commodity mindset, 60-pound washer is a 60-pound washer. I can't imagine why you'd ever go in my laundromats. Same thing applies to drop off laundry and pickup and delivery. We are by far not the cheapest on any of these segments, but we like the families because obviously they send us a lot of laundry. You know, the average family of 4 sends us about 50 pounds. And you are absolutely correct. The golden goose is the customers that value the things we just talked about and that use this as a lifestyle. So some of them are weekly, some of them are bi-weekly. And just so you know, we don't have upsells. So we do for self-serve. We have the cycle modifiers for self-serve, but for drop off and pickup and delivery, we are all-inclusive pricing. So we don't do any upsells. Everything is baked into the cake. It's all-inclusive pricing. Any thoughts on that question, Jordan?
No, I mean, I love that. And I mean, I think it applies to both, right? Self-serve, drop off, I guess all three, pick up and delivery. You know, and you're looking to, you know, serve the people who align with the service you provide, right? And like, I think what makes a bad customer, residential, commercial, whatever, is somebody who value something differently than what you value, right? Like Dave was saying, if somebody just wants the cheapest thing out there, they're probably not going to Dave because they can go down to the rundown laundromat down the street and pay 50 cents a wash less or whatever. And, you know, they're fine with it. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you find the people that you can serve because your values align with theirs. Now, you know, what's interesting about that is I also don't hear very many people talking about what are our company values in this industry. I know there are people who do that. You do that. I know, you know, I saw Ross in the chat earlier, advising not to do pickup and delivery, by the way. It was hilarious. You know, so there are owners who do that, but I think a lot of us just kind of wing it, don't really think through that. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about the details is like, this is our business. This is what we do all day, every day. We should be thinking about what's important to us and what's important to the customers that we want to serve, and, you know, serve the right people in